Okay, yes. Tell us all about the three types of people.
Well, Amanda is going and regrouping, taking care of her children, which I do too. Marie, enjoy the sound of her kids screaming in the background. I think it's a lot of fun. But I just wanted to share real quick, and I think you guys have heard this, but for people who maybe tuning in for the first time, we do recognize that there's about three types of people who end up coming to doTERRA. There are people who are just users who just are committed to the natural lifestyle and they just want to use the products for themselves and maybe for the immediate family. And so when I came to doTERRA, that's how I was. I just wanted to solve my issues with, we're recording, with seasonal attacks. And so I just, if I could get that under my belt, I was good. That's all I wanted. But then as time went on, I was like, wow, like I could use this for my husband and for my mom, for her sleeping and for his back. And then eventually somebody would walk into the same room I was in, sneezing or having itchy eyes. And I was like, I think I have something that can help you. Are you into natural products? And I naturally became a sharer. I wanted to share this with my closest friends and with just anybody that kind of crossed my path, that it was very organic and natural. And so the second type of person is sharers that just feel like they want to share this with the people who are closest to them and want maybe to get their oils paid for. So I kind of transitioned into, if I could get my oils paid for, that'd be kind of cool. Then the third type of person is somebody who wants to just change the world. You guys are looking at maybe Amanda and saying, I want to do what she does. I want to teach people how to use these oils and get them into their lives. I want to help change lives, and just have people make a difference in their lives. And maybe while I'm at it, be able to supplement my income or even replace my income. And so that is what I eventually transitioned into. I helped enough people that kind of crossed my path naturally that I ended up wanting to really affect people's lives and change people's lives. And so I transitioned into that third type of person that now wants to replace my income. And eventually my dream is to bring my hubby home so he doesn't have to work either. So those are the three types of people. And as Amanda transitions here into the business portion, I'd like you guys to have that question in the back of your mind. Just be thinking, what type of person am I and where am I? You don't have to be the person who's ready to change the world yet. You could just be a user. You could be a sharer maybe. Maybe you're transitioning from user to sharer. So just have those thoughts in your mind while Amanda transitions and starts the business portion.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you. That really is helpful. And I guess to kind of piggyback on that, some people in general start to feel like, oh, well, I mean, I love, love, love my products, but I would never do an MLM. Like that's just, it feels like a yucky word, even when we talk about network marketing, and it just sounds like you have to be attacking like all your friends and family. I love that it kind of appeared, let me actually share something. When I realized that it's more than just money that I'm looking at when I am making money with doTERRA, that was one of the big things. There's also another thing that I'll tell you about in a minute, but so in general, I love free products. And so the idea that I'm, when I'm making my 125 order and things like that, I'm getting free stuff because I'm using the loyalty rewards thing. But even more than that, being able to, build up and use those points and being able to bless other people with things that I know that they need. It makes me feel good to get stuff for free. Number one, like that, just, I love it. The idea that I am impacting people's health positively, improving my own health. And then the whole, sorry, it sound like my kiddo's having a bit, I'm not, should I text my husband and be like, you need to come help your kid? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna need to mute myself for a second here, guys. It sounds like somebody's having a problem.
While she's off, why don't we, I'd like to know, we can do question number one. And maybe question number one could be, where do you see yourself in that scale of three different types of people? Are you a user right now? Are you maybe a sharer? Or are you dreaming about maybe replacing your income or something like that. Maybe you guys could share that while Amanda goes and talks to her kiddos. You could share that in the comments. And I would go ahead and, how about this? Does anybody have any thoughts about Caraway? Who got Caraway? Can anybody post in the comments if they got Caraway? I got Caraway, but I'm still like trying to figure out how to use it. So sorry, we started talking about Caraway, but we can go back to business.
I'm so thankful that I have people on here who are forgiving, loving, understanding. So, I mean, obviously I could apologize, but part of the thing that I love about what I do is that I can become with my kids. And if they need a little Frank and Cammy from a boo-boo on their chin, I can do that whenever I need to because I'm here and I love that. Okay. Yes, and thank you very much, Marcella, that you're carrying on about Caraway while I have the little boo-boo thing taken care of. I'm sharing my screen. That's what I was doing. Okay. So I like improving my health, improving my kids' health. I like feeling like I have a purpose. And you guys, I mentioned just a little bit about Healing Hands Foundation and all the ways that that changes the world. And again, if you'd like to cry, look up pretty much any story that is about the co-impact sourcing that doTERRA does, because that's another way that we're changing the world is just being very conscientious about how we source these oils and how that impacts every level of the process. And I feel really, really good about how doTERRA does this specifically. I'm aware that there's the majority of companies these days do not have as much care for the environment, for sustainability. It's really about like the bottom line, and that's just so different about how doTERRA does stuff. So when I consider, the compensation plan and what I feel like I'm a part of, and what my purpose is, and really feel like I almost like have a mission to promote wellness in people's lives in a way that really benefits and impacts positively the whole world. It's huge to me. So I hope that may mean something to you as well. And if that's able to get you over the hump that says network marketing is for dodos or whatever, I don't even know what, then I hope that will help you guys. There are, as a wellness advocate, there are 5 different ways that we can receive income, and none of these are mutually exclusive. So if you're making a retail profit, that would be like anyone who's a wellness advocate has their own website. You have a, mydoterra.com/ whatever, Marie Boncrato or Debbie Borchowski or whatever, like a little slash after your after that, and it's your name. And so say you have a friend over in Timbuktu who's like, oh, I heard you talk about that deep blue, that sounds real good, can you send me one of those? And you're thinking, well, by the time I get it to me and send it to you, it's like, you know what, I'm just going to send you the link to my retail website, and 25% of what they buy at retail price that gets shipped to them directly from doTERRA, as if they made an order off of Amazon or something, but actually from doTERRA, which is a big deal. 25% of that goes to you. You'll get that as a check, just like that one time that they ordered off your retail site. Now, we're looking more at marketing memberships as opposed to peddling oils, because one thing here or there isn't going to change the world, improve that person's health. It's not going to, it's just it's a band-aid where we really need something deeper. So the retail method isn't really where I want to focus, but it's nice that it's there. And many people don't even know that you have that ability to just send them to your retail website. Now the fast start bonus is where a lot of fast money is made. It's paid on a weekly basis. I'll tell you more about it in a minute. The power of 3 bonus is where you really start to see the huge jumps. And when you're doing some of these awesome things about improving health and living with purpose and really getting behind that whole change the world thing, the power of 3 starts to come a little bit easier as you're supporting your friends to be able to look at doing this as well, in whether or not they actually do this as a business. So number 4 is that unilevel commission. That's this whole other magic, which doTERRA has thought through how to make that most advantageous for you and I, not advantageous necessarily for them. They have a much bigger payout compared to, 90% of the other MLMs that are in this company. If you guys want more details, by the way, I'm going to recommend that you go watch this. Like Marcella, go ahead and put this in the comments. This recording from Katie Peterson Glasgow. She is our Blue Diamond leader. Rod Richardson, who is amazing. Okay, so this right here is what stopped my husband from saying negative comments or kind of like implying that that doTERRA would never pay me what I was worth, and none of those MLMs work and stuff like that. This is what stopped him from talking about things like that, or you work so hard, how come you're not getting paid? This is what changed it. So if you want all the details from someone who is very obviously doing well with this, I would say go ahead and go to this recording and hear from Rod Richardson. We call him the Rod Father because he's most people's grandpa, so to speak. Okay, where did I go? I was showing this one. Okay, so unilevel commission, and again, if you want more details, take a look at his recording. Number 5, the leadership bonus. That's really cool to have different things to shoot for, and those would be like monthly bonuses that are really nice. This was the other thing that I was going to tell you guys. A lot of people who hear the thing about network marketing and MLM and it feels yucky to them. Isn't that just a big old pyramid scheme? That's what I always hear, right? And so no, thankfully, no commissions are generated without the sale of products, which that's the difference between a pyramid scheme is that it's based on promises and projection and things like that, not on actual sale of products. And so there isn't anything that would happen unless there's a product being sold. And thankfully we have some awesome products and ones that really are like changing lives. And this is how it kind of works here, where if you talk to somebody and they want to jump in with both feet and they want the natural solutions kit for $570, that's going to get for the fast start bonus, right? Because I told you guys we'd learn about the different kinds of bonuses. So I'm going to scroll back up there in just a second. The fast start bonus, which is paid weekly, is just for the new enrollees volume for the first 60 days. And so if you talk to one of your friends and they're like, yes, I definitely want to do that, then you're going to get 20% of whatever it is that they bought. And that's not the 25% from retail. So you might be thinking, oh, that's kind of a jip. Don't worry, we have other things that will go on that will reveal why that one-time retail order isn't going to be beneficial. Whereas if you're supporting them to learn how to change their lives and really get those other benefits, then it's the repeated orders. That's why it's for 60 days here, as they're kind of getting set up to be able to really make some positive changes in their life, and they're really good at handling on that stress and on that weight and on the you know, focus issues that they've had, or the whatever thing that it may be. So you're going to earn the 20%. The person who told you about doTERRA is going to get 10%, and the person right above them will get 5%. So, and this is how that works out for our kit specifically. We have, you know, for the Natural Solutions kit, you're going to get $80, and the person who told you is going to get 40, and above that will be 20. Now for the Healthy Home kit, you're going to get about 50 bucks, and the person above you is going to get 25 or 12.50 for the one above them. The Healthy Start kit, because that's a 100 PV. Remember, product value is the sale of products. This is the value of the products, is, you know, what doTERRA kind of makes their money on. And so you're going to get $20 from the sale of a Healthy Start kit when your friend is actually getting that as an enrollment kit. Okay, so I think that's a pretty cool one, and this is where you kind of will be able to start knowing if you're doing things right with doTERRA, and as far as if you want to know for sure if your actions are going to produce long-term benefit. This is the bonus that you want to make sure you're aiming for, to try to at least get something from a fast start every month. Now, all the other things are also able to, you know, kind of stack on top of that. The Power of 3 bonus, which, you know, in the beginning, when it's just $50, when you have, you are making a 100 PV order, again, that's 100 product value, and you have 3 people under you, 1, 2, 3, who are also ordering at least 100 each on the LRP, Loyalty Rewards program. Right, we looked at that in just the previous recording. As long as there's 600 overall volume between you and the people on your front line, then you qualify. Now that could be because you're ordering 150 and these like 1, 2, 3 people are also ordering 150, but whatever it is has to equal 600 overall, and then you get $50 magically added on to whatever other fast start bonus that you are getting as well for helping somebody enroll. And when you teach those 3 people, 1, 2, 3, sorry, these ones, to get their 3, like each one of these has their own 3 people, and they're all ordering their 100 or 150, you know, in product. And if each of them also has that 600 overall volume, so each one becomes their own unit, they're getting 50, 50, and 50, and you are getting the 250. And I'm sure you guys can see down here, I really like the look of this number here. This 1500, that's a really nice one. So if you are, you know, helping your friends to help their 3 friends, then this adds up. And this is, again, on top of the other things that you're already getting, this 1500 Power of 3 bonus. And that's the one where I start to kind of feel like this becomes very obviously worthwhile. Go ahead and put in the comments for me. Let's do a little question here. It's question number 1. What would you do with $1,500 every single month? What would you do with $1,500 every single month? I'm kind of curious because some people save it up for vacation. Some people, you know, would send their grandkid to that private school. Some people, I don't know what you guys would do, but go ahead and put that in the comments for me as your question there for question number 1. The other one that we're talking about is the unilevel commission. And I looked for this slide for a while. I'm so glad I found it, because when I first understood, like you look at this and you're like, okay, unilevel commissions paid on the compressed organization volume. Compressed is a big word there. Don't overlook that. That means if there's little, you know, things that are going on in between that make the commission look kind of funky, that's totally fine. You still end up with those parts not counting, so that you have the most amount possible due you. It kind of skips levels if there's nothing going on there. So that's an extra perk that most companies don't have. But here's the other thing is, so most companies, if you're looking at how they do their compensation, they put the highest percentage, the 7% that you're earning, is only on your first level, and then it goes down to 6% on your second level, and to 5, to 3, to 2. And so people are like, oh, that's terrible. You're only getting paid 2% on your first level in doTERRA. And, you know, we want the 7% on our first level. But do you? Take a look at how the numbers work out. 2% on your first level and have it growing up to 7%. You have more people, right? Like we just saw here in this whole power of 3, the way you really build your structure to have a solid foundation, again, based on commissions. And I mean, I know it's like, well, it looks like a pyramid. Don't worry. This is not the pyramid. It's based on actual sale of products. So we're good. But you have more people on the bottom of your family tree than you do on the top in this particular case. And so you want to get 7% on every single person who's on that bottom row, right? You want 7% on these people, not just on the ones, the 3 on top, right? Well, obviously this isn't the right amount of levels down, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? So we want the $32,571 if we're having that on our 7th level with all those people, as opposed to the reverse, which you're only going to be getting $12,626 if this payment structure is flip-flopped. So I love that the unilevel commissions are very well thought out and are definitely of benefit to us, not to the company, because, you know, in other companies, the company gets to retain all of that extra. It's a big difference between those two numbers. And here's the other awesome thing is that doTERRA has a 65% retention rate. That means every single person who gets an account with doTERRA, 65% of them continue to purchase the product because they love it, because it changes their life, because they can't live without it. And the other companies' retention rate is always in the teens. You know, some of them are be at 18%, maybe 13%, something like that. Some of the other really high ones, they feel like they're doing really good if they get to 23 or 25%. They count that as a great retention rate. And doTERRA is just so much higher because the products are better and because we're doing good things for our world, for that sustainability, or the co-impact sourcing, the way we're giving back to communities with the Healing Hands Foundation, all those things. People know that doTERRA has so much integrity, and so people stay with getting the product whether or not they're making commissions at all. So I want you guys to understand some of these things about how we make commissions, but know, like, less than 10% of all the people who are purchasing doTERRA products on a regular basis are doing anything to, you know, do a business or to earn any commissions at all, because we just all love the product. Okay, so the unilevel commission is awesome, especially with a 65% retention rate. That means that month after month, more money is going to be coming into to our hands as we continue to support people through making those positive life changes. And we also have the leadership bonus pool, and this one's awesome as well. Each month, a percentage of the global commissionable volume in doTERRA goes into leadership pools, and the total from each pool is split into equal shares, which are then paid to qualified wellness advocates. So the company does really well as a whole, and then each of the people in the pool gets, you know, their share becomes bigger and bigger. So everybody does better. And that's part of the reason why doTERRA has such a great culture, is even if someone's not on my team, I can feel free to support them and help them learn about using the oils, because when they're buying under somebody else's family tree and I'm supporting my family tree, I don't get paid on what they are buying way over there, but because of these leadership bonus pools, I'm getting a share of everything that's going on. People in China who are buying stuff, people in Guatemala, people in, you know, all the places. Just, you know, I I am benefiting once I'm in this leadership bonus pool. So 2% will go to all silvers, golds, and platinums. And that's awesome because now the platinums get 10 shares, the golds get 5, and silvers only get 1 share, but still that's awesome. And so then you kind of like you're kind of in that pool for a little bit, and then it'll jump up and you'll go into the diamond performance pool, which is 2%. And anyone who's diamond, blue, or presidential, it starts to get a couple shares from that section. And then we have extra shares for the diamond, well, actually use this one here. So diamond gets from this one. Oh, I forgot to mention the empowerment pool, you guys. This one's amazing. They added this just a couple years ago because they realized that a lot of people who are at premier level really deserve some extra benefit from the you know, all the extra work doing the classes and things like that, and getting started in that learning curve. They want to support people who are on that learning curve. And so this empowerment bonus took an extra 1.25 shares, 1.25% of the global commissionable volume. And that pool gets divided between premier, silver, and gold. Let me see here. I feel like I need to ask another question. What's another good question to ask? I don't remember even when, oh, actually, okay, here, how about this one? Okay, anybody here, tell me how, well, I'm actually giving you the answer. Well, you can still put it in the thing, right? All right. Tell me how much OV, oh, actually, should I do that? How about this? This is your question. Question number 2. What is OV? Because I told you guys already what PV means, right? We talked about how we have, where is it? No commission is generated without the sale of products. When we talked about PV is product value. So tell me what OV is. That's your question number 2. What is OV? I'm pretty sure I mentioned it once, or if not, I definitely should have, and I will talk about it now. So what is OV? Why does it say executive is 2,000 OV, elite is 3,000 OV, and premier is 5,000 OV? Plus having the 2 legs that are executive. Okay, so go ahead and put that in the comments for me. What does OV mean? This is how you get into the different ranks here, by the way. If you want to know all the details about like the current, you know, what do we call that? This account summaries and things like that, doTERRA does have all the legal stuff of, you know, commissionable income, so you can see exactly what people at different rank received. But the average income for a silver is around $2,200 a month. So pretty much every month. Now, and brand new silver is going to make less than that. And someone who's been silver for quite a long time and has like a lot of people underneath them are going to have more than this average. The gold average income is almost 5,000 a month, and the average platinum income is just short of 10,000 every single month. And again, that depends on, you know, some of the structure underneath, but just to be able to qualify for the pool and be called platinum or called diamond or called blue diamond or whatever it is, when you have that structure in place, the most people who are in that situation will have the average income, like for a diamond here, we're looking at 16,000 a month on average. Blue diamond, 37,000, and then when you get to presidential, there's actually stuff beyond presidential. There's people who've been presidential, like no, actually diamond. Alicia Devi's a triple diamond. So she's been, you know, to this place and back again, starting from scratch a second and a third time. So yeah, so this stuff definitely adds up. One other thing that I want to make sure, it was up here. Yeah, here we go. Okay, if you guys want more info about how to do doTERRA as a business, you're going to want to go to the dailymentorcalls.com. This is Alicia Devi, who is the triple diamond that I mentioned. it's awesome that she has this really great, super easy, just, you know, a couple 50 calls that you listen to, like just commit to doing, you know, one a day, so to speak. You go at your own pace. I mean, some days I listened to 6 of them, and other days I couldn't listen to any, but I caught up later, right? Over. You'll just kind of like put in your info there to be able to access it. You know, on her website, it kind of looks like this, and you get the Back to Basics workbook, which is cool, and then you just kind of listen in. If you want to know what the Back to Basics workbook looks like, this one here has a bunch of, I'm going to say, I think it's page 49, so I'm sorry, I'm going kind of thing. Nope, that wasn't it. Right. So this is also the compensation plan, you know, shifted, unfortunately, but if you want to kind of access it and look at some of the numbers more specifically, and how exactly it works on the different levels and things like that, this is very easy for you to access from the Back to Basics workbook that you guys just saw me, you know, show you there. Where was that anyway? Oh, yeah. Okay, and then let me see. Okay, so one more question that I wanted to have for you guys today. I'm curious what your most favorite thing about doTERRA is. I know I kind of went off in the beginning talking about my most favorite things that I like to get, like besides pay. But I'm kind of curious what your most favorite thing about doTERRA is. So I'm not talking product, I'm talking about like as a company or something that they've done maybe or something like that. So go ahead and put that in the comments for me. I'm thinking like co-impact sourcing or Healing Hands Foundation or something like that. So put in the comments for me as your third question, what is your most favorite thing about doTERRA? And typically, if you guys are at my home, which I hope, again, we start to do that again soon, I like to find out from you something that I can bless you with, or just, you know, I like to shower you with what was it we did that one day. I had that, it was kind of like an apple cinnamon, kind of gluten-free something or another, and I think I put On Guard in it. I was thinking about making that over again. I was thinking like that might be something that I want to try to, when we start meeting again in person, I want to, you know, make some of those kinds of things that have like a deliciousness. But okay, all that aside, your question number 4 is, if I were to give you a sample of something that you've been eager to try, or that you're curious about, or something like that, or that you need some for a friend of yours who, whatever, has headaches or whatever, tell me what you would like for me to send you. So this would be a sample that I could offer you that I'm able to mail now while we're not meeting in person. So go ahead and put that in the comments for me. Your question number 4 is, what sample would you like to be trying right now? Awesome. Thank you for all the links in there, Marcella. That's good. Excellent. Okay, so I'm seeing a couple of the comments, what you guys would use them for. Yes, good stuff. Home improvements. I feel you on that, Debbie. Yes, I'm actually, yeah, I have a couple ideas for home improvements on my end that I'm looking forward to doing with my 150. So when things go back to normal, a trip or a cruise. I hear you, Yvette. That sounds great. Paying for my son's college bill. That's a big one. Not sure. Good. Okay. Oh, and did I go over what OV was? I might have skipped that. Did I skip it? Sorry, guys. It's overall volume. And so probably when I was mentioning about the, now I have to find it. In this one, when I showed you guys about the overall volume of 600 for you plus everybody on your first line, that's the overall volume. So I was hoping you guys would get that one. I don't know if I went back and answered that one, so sorry if I didn't. Okay, I feel like I'm kind of at the end, and if I go longer, I'll just be babbling. So let me go ahead and stop recording.